All right. Hello, everyone. Looks like I am live, so I'm just waiting for a couple people to pop on. But today we are talking about lunar magic. So, really interesting subject, I think, one that all of us can benefit from, right? Probably one of the most common ones that it's talked about just in witchcraft. So, hello, looks like I got some people popping on. Hi, Sandy. Happy Friday. Yeah, so for anyone joining right now, just letting you know today we are talking about lunar magic. So, hello there. So, and reason for that being is because on Monday the 13th, it's going to be a new moon. So, I thought now would be the perfect time. Now you're over here. Now would be the perfect time to kind of talk about lunar magic and talk about the best ways to use it, right? So that's what we are going to do. Hello for everybody joining. Hello, hello. Again, we're going to talk about lunar magic today. And then some of the products that we have in the store that you can use to help honor the phases of the moon. So, like I said, this is kind of in honor of the new moon that we're going to have on Monday. The new moon, I actually forget what sign it's in. Let's double check here. Okay, it looks like it's going into Sagittarius. Or no, I'm sorry, it's in Scorpio. So, yeah, kind of intense. So Scorpio is an intense moon sign to begin with, right? Because Scorpio is such a deep wealth of emotion. They're so misunderstood. So make sure that with this new moon in Scorpio, we really take that time to focus on some shadow work. So manifesting a new version of ourselves is kind of what I associate with Scorpio themes. So yeah, like I said, just talking about lunar magic, talking about the new moon that's happening on Monday in Scorpio. And, let me know if you have any questions at all. So to start off, because this book here that we have called Lunar Intentions says a magical guide for new moon intention setting. So because we have this right here and because the new moon's happening, I'm going to start with talking about this book here. Like I said, Lunar Intentions. This is by Sarah McCormick. So it's a year-long journal for new moon intention setting. So first it goes into like a little intro. It talks about, the different phases of the moon and kind of what sort of work you would be doing. And then it's going to focus on the new moon and new moon rituals. I like that they associate the new moon with the tarot card, the Fool. Reason being is because it's a blank slate. So you'll want to hear, like, manifesting wise, the new moon is the best time to do that. So like I said, you're setting your intention. So you're letting the universe know what kind of energy you want to bring into your life with this next lunar phase, which lasts about 28 days, right? So that's kind of what this is about here. It talks about a little dream ritual that you can do. Very cool. There's a standing in your power ritual. I think everybody could probably use that, right? And then also there's a lot of card spreads in here. Then it goes in to talk about all the different phases of the moon. But it does focus on that new moon because that's when you set the intention, right? Now, I want to show you. And there's a lot of different areas too in this that you can like write and journal, which I think is awesome. It goes into the different moon phases or different signs, that the moon is in. Okay, so I'll read the little one from Scorpio here. So it's about authenticity, change, clairvoyance, control, creativity, darkness, death, deep feelings, desire, destruction, love, lust, the other world, introspection, power, secrets, sexuality, transformation, and trust. So yes, those are all very Scorpio themes, that's for sure. And it goes into all of them. Now this is what I really, really like. Okay, so this goes into new moon intention. So this is like a little journal page that it has. So you write down the intention you have. So it says how you feel, the intention, a journaling space. And then it also talks about kind of what your plan is for the rest of the moon phases. And I think that's super beneficial to like actually go through and map it out in that way. So yeah, definitely recommend this book. And the rest of the book is pretty much filled with spots like that for you to journal about the full moon, or I'm sorry, about the new moon. And what's so cool about that is it does last the entire year. So that's a really great way to really set your intentions along with the lunar phases. Hi for everybody joining. All right. So now I want to talk about this Moonology Messages book. So the Moonology deck is, or I'm sorry, deck. The Moonology deck is a really, really popular deck. I know one of our employees, Venus, likes to use it a lot, but they use the original one. So you probably see the original one. It's like black. It has blue coloring on it. But they did make a couple different versions of it. So the one that I use is the Moonology Manifestations deck. Looks like we are currently out of that, but I'm sure that we'll be ordering it again. But this is the newest deck in the Moonology area. Okay, so this is called the Moonology Messages. And I don't know if you'll be able to see kind of what the cards look like. I'll move this over to you all. So the artwork is really pretty. And what I love about this, it says, the ever-changing moon speaks to those of us who are listening, leaving clues, hints, and messages which come through as intuition. All we need to do is align with her phrases and listen to her whispers. So these are just like little messages that you would need to have, or that you would get when you're talking about the moon, right? The moon phases. So you can always use this by Yasmin Boland. I'm sure, again, that we'll be ordering the other decks as well. Got this book here. This is a good book. It's pretty basic, but the artwork is absolutely beautiful. And it does go into a lot of different things here. So it does go into like the different moon signs and what that means. Like I said, this one probably isn't as, I don't know. It is a very nice book. Again, beautiful book. It says how to harness the magic of the moon and improve your life. So we all could use that, right? And like I said, it focuses on kind of the signs that the moon's in and adhering to that specific moon instead of just like the moon phases. All right. Got this one. This one is called Moon Meditations, or Moonlight Meditations. I'm sorry. So this really, I grabbed this book because I figured it would be about the moon. Really, though, it's more just like a little book that has different affirmations and things for you to focus on throughout the year. But obviously those can line up with the moon phases as well. Again, I'm not sure if this is on the website, but I can definitely get it added on if you would like, or if you're interested in it, just send us a whisper or a message. But yeah, this Moonlight Meditations, very, very cool for if you just want like a little practice that you can do every night. This is probably my favorite item that we're going to talk about. So this is the Complete Book of Moon Spells. I feel, and it says Rituals, Practice, and Potions for Abundance. I personally feel like this book has some of the most effective and also like doable for everybody. Okay. There's some really cool like rituals in here. So this really is like a spell book, but it does focus on the moon and all of that too. So, this is the spell to influence the decisions of another. So what I liked about this too, I want to point this out. It says, this spell is fueled by the intent that the decision will ultimately be for the highest good of all involved. So you are creating a puppet and stuff like that. Okay. But the point of this is that it's supposed to be good for everybody. So it's important not to be too focused on the fact that it's like exerting your will, because it's only going to work out if it's what's best for everybody. So I want to make that very clear. But that is a really, really, really cool spell. And there are so many of them. Let me see if I can find the one I was looking for. This is really cool. This is a body positivity mirror spell. Help create healing thoughts for those struggling with body acceptance or body dysmorphia. So we all, if we're not experiencing that ourselves, know somebody who is, right? That is such a common issue for people to have. And it looks like there's a pretty, like the ritual itself, they seem to be things that you would be able to have like on hand. So you don't need to go out and buy a bunch of things or anything like that, which is cool. But yeah, and again, this is the book I'm reading from, the Complete Book of Moon Spells. And this is for spells for manifesting abundance. What I like is that while it talks about there's spells to manifest abundance, it's not only focusing on money, because abundance is different for everybody. So these are all of these different ways that we can bring positivity and abundance into our life. And if that's abundance of self-love, if that's abundance of communication, and it may be money, so be it. This is a spell to reclaim personal power. So life's obstacles can sometimes drag us down and make us feel less than empowered. So let's smash those feelings and reclaim personal power with this simple spell. So you would need bay leaves, cinnamon oil, high john root, knife or toothpick, and 5 candles. And you're going to be invoking Lilith. There is a strengthening love spell in here. Yeah, this is really cool. If I had to pick a book, it would be this one. Or like out of all of these. This is cool. So this is a psychic sight spray that you can make. So distilled water, alcohol, jasmine, lavender oil, lemon drop, mugwort, moonstone, and silver mica, which you could just use glitter if you wanted. And that's talking about like psychic sight. And it also does explain all of the moon phases in this as well. So it's a really, really useful book. Now, if you were looking for something a little bit smaller, we do have this little Moon Magic one here. So this is a really basic book, right? So it really just goes through different deities associated with the moon, goes through the moons in different signs, and then it goes through the moons, the phases, and it goes through the moon for the year, right? Like a sturgeon moon, a harvest moon, all of that. So this is a really good little guide that you could probably keep on you and keep on your person. If you kind of just needed like a quick reference. And it's only $6.95, so can't go wrong with that. This is also so cute though. This is Llewellyn's little book of moon spells, right? So Llewellyn makes a lot of like little books like this. I think there's a seasonal magic one, and then also just like daily spells or something like that. Something similar. Okay. But this is the one for moon spells. So first of all, just very visually appealing, right? How cute is this little book? And there are spells for success, there's fertility, employment, abundance, lunar eclipse banishing ritual, a binding spell. It goes into the blue moon. It goes into different powders you can make. So this is a very... It encompasses a lot when it comes to lunar magic. So definitely would recommend this, the Llewellyn's little book of moon spells. this Moon Magic book and card deck. So what's cool is, again, it comes with a book and a deck. Book and a deck. So this is a really good thing for someone who wants to like really focus on the phases of the moon, who really wants to get involved in the lunar magic. So there's also, if you wanted to have something maybe on your altar or in your living space, we do have these moon lamps. I'm absolutely obsessed with these. I think they're like $25 or $28, something like that. But basically it like screws in here, and you probably pull this out, and then you put batteries in it and it lights up. Or no, I'm sorry. And it plugs in the wall. So really, really, really cute. And also, like I said, the cost is so reasonable as well. So can't go wrong with that. So yeah, again, this lamp, adorable. The last couple things I'm going to get into is if you're going to make a candle for the moon. So I have a customer that comes in and does it for every moon. It's really, really cute. So if you're going to make a candle for the moon phase, so first of all, you can carve in planetary symbols if it's aspecting it, carve in the zodiac symbols using certain crystal chips and stuff that are associated with the different zodiac signs. But if you did not want to do that, there is these little ones we have here. So this one has moonstone chips in it. You can definitely use that to anoint yourself, anoint a candle, put in a bath, anything like that. Then there's also this one here that's a full moon oil. So obviously this one's specifically for the full moon. But that's another great way to set some intentions and everything here. Now, does anybody have any questions or anything at all? Okay, I am probably going to hop off because it doesn't look like a lot of people are available to look right now. If you're watching this after the fact, though, and are interested in any of the things I talked about, or just have something to add, then send us a whisper or a message. But if not, I'm going to head off here. But thank you, everybody, for listening. And I hope you have a wonderful new moon on Monday.